Hello everyone, welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. And yes, we are going to be doing some hunting within Area 0 today. Just gotta wait for my partner to be basically getting on so we can connect and do the thing, because we're gonna be hunting Roaring Moon and several other Paradox Pokemon within Area 0. Hey Omar, there he is. So yep, ready to start up the connection for the Union Circle, and let's get rocking and rolling. Alright. Yeah, Omar, you can just like send me the code for the thing when you're ready. But yeah, so pretty much what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be hopping into Omar's Union Circle. Let me actually just like make a brick. Yeah, actually I'll just like turn off the thing. So join group. There we go. Yeah, you just DM the thing. So the way that I'm going to be doing this is I'm going to be looking for Roaring Moon first, and we're going to be hatching eggs synchronously with the Roaring Moon hunt. I am hoping to get the Roaring Moon today. The reason I am hoping to get the Roaring Moon today is this is really the only one that is super pivotal for the team, at least competitively speaking. The others, like, okay, I can hunt, like, other ways, and, like, I won't mind hunting them, but it's just the hunt for Roaring Moon I know is going to be particularly intensive when it comes to... Alright, Omar, you can start it up. When it comes to the hunt for that, I know that Roaring Moon is going to be the most intensive. So I want to get Roaring Moon out of the way first, because I've heard the horror stories. You got like Newfie, I remember Newfie said something like 23 phases before finally getting Roaring Moon's shiny. So my thought process was I would need to prepare to the nth degree on my Scarlet version, which, for those who don't know, my Scarlet version just has, like, nothing. I have barely done much on my Scarlet version. Like, I do a level 7-star raid on it, get the thing, and I have some Herba Mystica, but not a whole lot. Alright, I am going to be setting up the picnic, Omar. I mean, actually, I can just make a sandwich. I just need to make a sandwich on my own. Basically make a sandwich, so I'm going to be making a Dragon Power sandwich for this. The reason for that is the Dark Power sandwich is only going to affect... like, it's also going to affect other stuff, but it's going to affect more than just the Dragon Power sandwich. I want to get... crap. Omar, do you have any onions? If you have an onion, I would need you to hop in for this and just drop an onion on it. Like, just a single onion. That's all I need for it. And apparently a hamburger, because I don't have any burgers. So yeah, just one onion and one hamburger. That is all I will need. I think you can hop in for that. Meta, how well do you know? Barely know it. I have played it once, and that's all. And Meta, tips on how to speedrun Violet. No, I do not have any tips. They actually made the game impossible to sequence break. So I don't have any tips really, other than you're just gonna have to grin and bear and brute force it. Cedar Mystica. There we go. I had to buy them still. Okay. I think I screwed this up then. I think... Okay, I screwed this up. I just like wasted 2 Mystica then. Hey, Chico, how you doing? I mean, we can still see if we're gonna get, like, a power from this thing. Because if I get anything from it, okay, I'll try and use it. But I'm not sure if I will get anything. Like, otherwise, okay, I can just go, like, redo this later. I have a lot of Herba Mystica. I've been freaking grinding like crazy. I'm in the 20s and 30s for some of them. So, losing 2 of them isn't too terribly bad. Even if I flip a sandwich once. I mean, I have like 20, 30 of each. I am solidly in the 20s of all 5 of them. So I can definitely like make my Herba Mystica sandwiches and not suffer too badly. Yeah. If you guys haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'm playing it now and I'm stuck and I don't want to look a guide of videos. I'm hoping you give me... Well, where are you is the thing. Because I remember a couple of things about OOT. Yeah, so you had 5 left for the decks, Chico. I hope you get them tonight. You should get them quickly. They're not too hard to get a hold of some of those. Yeah, I'm going to buy the onions and burgers. Oh, yeah, I mean, I need to buy them myself. I don't even know where you buy them. I just need to find it myself. Taste and accidental. Please, can I get, like, Sparkle Power at least? Okay, well, I mean... Okay, fine. Like, I get Sparkling Power. I got the Sparkle Power. So 2 are exclusive. I mean, I'm gonna need to go buy, like, the stuff anyway myself, so yeah, I should probably go buy them myself anyway. Because I didn't get Encounter Power, which is the only thing I need. Yeah, it has to be Encounter Power. That's why I'm going and I'm just getting my stuff again. Because I need to get Encounter Power for them. Because, like, I have, like, Sparkling Power's okay. The problem is, Roaring Moon's spawns are already going to be kneecapped because we're dividing the spawns because it is version exclusive spawns. So I need to just go anyway and go and get the stuff if I want to get my boost odds. Because in addition to looking for Roaring Moon, I'm also going for, like, the Dano family. The Gorons, I think I need to get the Red Gem. Oh! Yeah, I was stuck on that part too. I recommend, if you're having a bit of trouble, you just watch the Let's Play that I did of that. Because I actually got caught on that part myself. And, I mean, I'm doing this specifically with Omar. I'm doing this, like, specifically with Omar here. There's the burgers. Good catch. But yeah, because I'm already in the Union Circle with Omar right now. Yes! Something about, like, you need to play, like, Saria song. Yes, that is exactly what it is, Chico. There he is, onion. There we go. Yeah, okay, I can just make the sandwich again, Omar. There we go. Okay, let's go back to the thing, and then let's start it again. Because, yes, we right now are going for Roaring Moon while hunting for stuff. There we go. Okay. Now try again. Also, why not do the easy sandwiches? That's actually a good point. I probably should have done that. I mean, I thought that I had everything else. But that was just a smooth brain moment on my part. Make it. Now we can go to this again. Let's get cooking. Yeah. So, I'll just make the whole sandwich. I'll make the whole sandwich. You put in, like, what, 1 thing of Herba Mystica? Yeah, just put in, like, 1 thing of Herba Mystica. And we should be good. Avocado. So that way we can, like, semi-conserve Herba Mystica for both of us. I'll put in just, like, 1 sweet. Sweet's universal. I do remember the easy sandwiches. I just forgot that I remembered them. I remember it's like pickle, cucumber, and then like 3 of the other thing. Oh, oops. I mean, you just click custom. You just press X. It's a custom sandwich. I mean, I can just make the sandwich this way. Also get the free Hylian shield in the graveyard, and the boss can't harm you. Wait, there's a free Hylian shield? I don't even remember how I got mine. I think I just went out and grinded the rupees to buy it. Again, smooth brain moment. I mean, that... It's kind of weird. The Ocarina of Time series wasn't really recorded that long ago in the grand scheme of things. We recorded it, like, last May into, I think, like, September. And the main reason I remember that was I started recording Ocarina when I came home, so I was still about, like, I was still under 500 subs when I started recording Ocarina. And we finished Ocarina after I hit 1K. So, like, it wasn't that long ago in the grand scheme of things, like, through the whole lifetime of the channel. But I honestly really enjoyed the Water Temple casual. Like, if you go back and you rewatch the series, you'll find that I loved it. I really liked the Water Temple. Probably was, like, my favorite part of it. There we go. Sparkle Power and Dragon Power. Alright, Omar, let's get cracking and heading down into the place with the stuff and the things. Let's go. It's gonna be fun. I just hope... So, yes, we're gonna go to Research Station 3. We are not able to see each other inside of Area 0. So you are going to have to, like, just say, like, I am in location when we get to the cave. Let's get cracking. Let's go. Let's hop on our Robo Dragon from the future. The worst dungeon in the franchise. Jabu Jabu just kind of annoying. Like, I enjoyed the Water Temple. I know, but I don't like glitches. Hey, Brute Bonnet. Broody Bonnet. I know, I don't like glitches. I actively attempt to avoid using glitches, even minor ones. It's just kind of a mental tick for me. Frickin' dang. But yeah, if you guys haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And once again, thank you, Omar, for being my dragon hunting partner person. We gotta stay relatively close to each other. Alright, he has entered the cave. LMO, good thing you don't play. I don't know, I've never really had, like, a reason to play them. I'm not a horror game person. The only horror game I think I would ever play is, like, Aliens Isolation. And a large component of why I would play Alien Isolation is I'm a very big fan of the Aliens franchise. So it's kind of like, I like Aliens. I'd probably play for that reason. Even backflipping over Mito. I have no idea what that even is. Still, the Greninja raids have ended. The Greninja raids ended at 7. Freaking... this is why I don't like how eggs can hatch, like, Pokemon can still run around in the overworld when you are hatching eggs. There we go. We are in the cave with Mungo Rar. In the cave with the Mungo Rar. I know, I don't do skips. I don't do glitches. It's just, like, a thing that I don't do. Yeah, I don't do glitches. I just don't really like glitches. Something feels wrong about them. Alright. Let's get looking for Roaring Moon. Because we are in the cave. Let's hope this works. Because I would really like... Yeah, we got them pretty quick. Yeah, I don't use glitches. It's a mental tech for me. It's just a mental tech. If this doesn't work, both of us need to make dragon. Oh, do you not have a dragon sandwich applied then? Okay. Yeah, we'll see if this... Yeah, I think it might be that you may also need to make a dragon one. I've never done dual hunting like this. Because if that is the case, then we just got to go in together on the sandwich, and then that should work. Yeah. Wait. I'm seeing his Vilas. Okay. So we are getting other ones. There's a Roaring Moon. Okay. We are finding them. It just seems like they're not as common. Yes, there is a Moon Go Rar. So they are appearing. We may both need to make encounter sandwiches power then, if that is the case. Which, I mean, it's good to know that that's the case. Yeah, if you are looking for a Zwilus, I'd recommend going... There's another Roaring Moon. I would recommend going to the Terra Raid search feature. Because that was actually how I got a number of my Scarlet Violet exclusives in the other versions. Was, oh, here's a level 5 raid for like a Hydreigon. Okay, I'll take that. I need... Why did this thing not... There we go. I didn't take up to 5. There we go. Freaking... This is why I hate that Pokemon can interact with you in the egg hatching animations. It doesn't despawn you out. It's annoying. Because we are finding Roaring Moon. But yeah, I think it is that we're both going to need to make the Dragon Encounter sandwiches, Omar. Yeah, you can find them in the raid search feature. Yeah, you can find raids from Scarlet if you're in Violet. Yeah, we'll just have to do it after the sandwich ends. Did you get Shiny Charizard or Cinderace from Pessimist? You cannot get... the raids would never hand out shinies. The reason being they're all shiny locked. The 7-star Terra raids are shiny locked. The only way to get shinies of the pre-evolved forms, and of course of itself, is you have to Masuda shiny hunt for them, which we did for Cinderace. We have not finished our shiny hunt for the Charmander family or the Greninja family. We just started the Greninja hunt, so we still gotta work on that one. But yeah, I think that we're gonna need to work on that. No, I would say that mistake goes on me. I didn't realize that was the thing. Yeah, we'll just burn out this sandwich, and then we'll just go in and make the sandwich together. We just need to like coordinate when to make the sandwich so that like better, so we don't flub it again. Yeah, okay, I'm definitely saying Sneasel, so I understand why it is that people say not to use a dark sandwich here. I don't know why, but I think I legit over 1,000 eggs score bunny. Are you sure you're using a Masuda Ditto? You know, that is the only thing. Is I have seen some people that have been like using what they thought was a Masuda Ditto, and it wasn't actually. I mean, yeah, okay, got one. Okay, strange. I mean, that is just how the RNG works at times. Sometimes RNG is going to be nice to you, and sometimes it's just going to dick you over. It's unfortunately the way that RNG is. But I guess this would be a great place to hunt Espeon when it comes time for my Eevee family hunt. Just go here for Espeon. Because I'm still dreading the Eevee family hunt portion of my Shiny Living Dex. But I have a feeling it isn't going to be quite as bad as I'm expecting. These freaking... Yeah, these freaking Grievard. They're probably... Yeah. Okay, Omar, let's... Yeah, screw this. Okay, Omar, we are going... Yeah, Omar, we're going and we're both making dragon encounter sandwiches. We're barely getting any encounters here. So it's basically, this is basically a dead sandwich anyway. Let's go both back and make both dragon encounter power sandwiches. See if that works any better. After this hunt, if I ever do done doing, I ain't doing. Well, once we get access to Pokemon Home, mass releasing hatched eggs is going to be no problem at all. Because when that happens, you can just release like 60 Pokemon at a time. Or 30 Pokemon at a time. It's going to be very, very easy to do. But I'm not able to... I don't think I'm able to join the sandwich thingy. Oh, makes sense. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. What the freak was that sound? I'm clipping that. Alright. So what should I bring in for this, Omar? Just like we can coordinate ingredients. Bring all the ingredients. Okay, so... Tomato, onion, green, avocado, and hamburger. And then one sweet herba mystica then? I think. That should be right. Yeah, okay. There we go, communicating. Right, because you are the one that does the pick. Because you initiated the sandwich. Yeah. Again, guys, thank y'all for coming out. Just bring, like, sweet. Yeah, when in doubt, go, like, salty herba mystica, because salty conflicts with nothing. I have no idea what Splatfest teams are going to be up next. Bling. Oh, the sandwich is slightly larger. Yeah, I always like to put the tomatoes down first, just because they're a bit obnoxious. There we go. There we go. Burger goes there. Avocado goes there. I hope this works. It freaking clipping through everything. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate. Milk chocolate. I'm a milk chocolate guy. Like, white chocolate's good. I'm not a fan of dark chocolate. Never was a big dark chocolate guy. I like the sweetness that is milk chocolate. Milk chocolate superior. I hope this works. I don't know if it will. I'm pretty sure we need 2 servings of avocado. Oh yeah, freaking all the freaking Froakie. I forgot I didn't purge them out of existence. Okay, slight error. I mean, we can start hunting Screamtail. I guess we can go Screamtail. Okay, yeah, we'll go Screamtail first. So yeah, we'll go Screamtail first. Yeah, because Dragon is 2 avocado. So next time we just need to make sure to bring 2 avocado things. Screamtail's station's 4, right? Screamtail's underground, right? This clearly shows my knowledge of Area Zero mechanics. Okay, yes, okay. Let's go look for Screamtail. I hope I get it. This bathroom's sneaky. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna bring out the cat squad. I'll bring in the cat squad. Because otherwise, I don't want to get toasted. Wait, where the frick is my battle stuff? Oh, the other, like, right here? Yeah, I'll just, like... I bring battle things just in case. Because I am paranoid. Okay. Alright, so let's try and search. There's a Screamtail. Okay. Yeah, like, my one worry about this thing is with the way in which Area Zero works and the spawns work, not sure we're going to see too many Screamy Tails. And maybe not a shiny, but hopefully we can do this and this will work out right for a hero. PoE of 100 core fish for 2 hours straight. Random encounters. Fish faint for total I mean, yes. I mean, that's a mood. Mood. I mean, it's more so Mewtwo. It's more so Kirby after sucking a Mewtwo up and, like, copying it. Because, like, honestly, don't deny. Screamtail is what a Mewtwo absorbed by Kirby would cause. And I love it. He's terrifying, but also, like, very adorable. And I love it. And it is terrifying, and I love it. I'm looking forward to seeing, like, what Screamtail does competitively. Because it gets a very good support moveset. It gets, like, Noble Roar, Fake Tears, like, Trick Room. It gets so much good tech that... What the... Spathra frickin', like, moon jumping. Like, it gets a very good support kit. And, like, seeing what it will do is what I think I'm most interested in. But exactly, like, the extent to its double support. Because, like, the big worry I have with doubles, especially with, like, you know, a metagame of Screamtail's existence, is just Screamtail coming in and Dazzle Gleam blasting literally everything into oblivion. Because, like, Fluttermane is going to do everything that Sylveon did and just do it more terrifying and more quickly. Because it's like, Fluttermane is basically what happens when you take Sylveon and you min-max it to the nth degree. And that scares me. Like, the only thing that, like, Sylveon has in an edge over Fluttermane is, like, Hyper Voice proccing Throat Spray. But the issue is that Fluttermane is just ridiculously fast. So, like, you got super speedy Fluttermane, in sun, procking photosynthesis. It's got mystical fire that's boosted by that sun. Boosted speed. It is zipping past things that are choice scarfed. And it's just blasting you with Shadow Ball. Wait, is that a shiny? Is that a shiny? That one looked a little different. No, okay, no, just like the lighting looked a bit pinkish. But yeah, it's like, it freaking... It freaking, like, terrifies me. What Fluttermane is going to be capable of doing. I mean, not what... Like, I mean, we're gonna, like, all the Paradox are just gonna be nightmares when it comes to doubles. But also, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Presently, we are hunting with our good buddy Omar, Kaiju Rider. He is assisting us with hunting for the Scarlet Paradox forms in our game. Because I do not have, like, anything prepared on my Scarlet version for shiny hunting. So I'm relying on the simplest method, which is calling for my friends' assistance to help me with their game union circles. I agree. I feel we're gonna get a shiny soon. My only worry is that when we find a shiny, it is going to be in a Spathra. But yeah. Yeah, I am debating looking into, like, okay, potentially what is, like, Scarlet, Violet gonna hunt, like, Sunny and Scarlet gonna be, because I gotta weigh what is gonna take longer. Preparing my Scarlet file for shiny hunting in full, which, what it takes to go into preparing for a shiny hunt on a file is kind of insane, doing a lot of raids to level stuff up, preparing, like, a Gallade, or something like that with Hypnosis, with Ball Swipe, with moves. Then... you know, preparing the Herba Mystica, preparing, like, the money for the Pokeballs, and, like, all that. So I'm almost wondering, would it be more worth it to go do that? And I am going to be doing a bit of testing of that off-screen. But, yeah, right now we are hunting in this. I hope we get Roaring Moon quickly. But, yeah, we're hunting this right now. We're hunting... the Mewtwo Ball, known as Screamtail. Terrifying little destroyer of worlds. There we go. Hello, Screamtail, your terrifying little ball of doom. Glad I came up with that. I mean, it is very much a Mewtwo Ball. It is very much Mewtwo Ball. I like it. I mean, it's like Mewtwo Kirby, but, like, adorable and terrifying. It's adorable. Adorifying. Freaking screw off a Spathra. Freaking heck off, you annoying whatever the frick. Freaking, like... what even is a Spathra? Is like an emu? It's like, you're not what we're looking for. We are looking for the Mewtwo Ball. Like, if you are shiny, okay, I will take it. But if you're not shiny, get out of the kitchen. Ostrich. Okay, ostrich. Yeah, I was like, it's one of those runny birds. All I know is that it's a bird that runs. And I know, like, emu, like, ostrich Trima, whatever the thing Trima from Fossil Fighters is based on. Like, I know what those are, but I didn't know, like, which one specifically a Spathra is, because I don't think ostriches are in mainland Europe. Lady Gaga ostrich. I have heard that one before, and I do like that one. But yeah, it's runny bird. It's one of the runny birds. Yeah. Come on, Mewtwo Ball. Come out, wherever you be. There's a panda Pokemon in the game? Oh, Claws aren't in Hawaii. Fair enough. Fair enough. Just show me freaking red-eyed monster Screamtail Mewtwo Ball. Show me one that has beady red eyes of terror. I just want to see the blood-red eyes of doom. It's so adorably terrifying. I love it. Screamy tail. Just gotta look for the very slight variation. Look at the red-eye demon. Yes! Yes, we need to terrify Mark. We must hunt down the bane of Mark's existence. I still love that complete freak out he had. Like, no, that was fake. Like, I love how you completely faked the guy out. Like, no, you convinced him that Screamtail was like a fake mom that someone created. And then he just completely lost his marbles when he saw it was real. That was the greatest thing in the world, Omar. Like, when I get it, I'm just gonna, like, screenshot it to him and say, yep, we got the demon. We have the demon. Little pink ball demon of doom. Ha! Hello, Vicious Beats. It's been a while, Vicious. How have you been? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, this sandwich should end. Is that it? No, it's not it. The eyes looked a bit darker than usual, but no, it's just the shading. The shadows descend across the eye. Nope. Yeah, like... is that not it? No, that is not the Screamy Tail. Glad you're doing well. Glad you're doing well. But yeah, Markles, that's actually pretty good. Hello, Screamtail. Show me the thing which terrifies Mark. I must see that which instills fear in he known as Mini Mark of Madness. No, fucking stupid bird! I hate this thing. It runs so freaking fast. Runs way too fast to catch up to you. Don't like it. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna be walking around. Like, yeah, what? Freaking bringing in. I'm bringing in the eggs. I am not dealing with this. I will not walk in circles and be inefficient with my egg hatching. I refuse to be inefficient. And you know what? Now that I'm doing this while I'm hunting Screamtail, we're gonna get a shiny. I know what's gonna happen. I forgot to also take the thing up to 90. Because yeah, I do my box in increments of 30. So I know exactly when if I've miscounted or anything. There we go. See, the hard part really about hunting while in Union Circle for version exclusives is syncing up your location within Area 0 with the other person. Because they will only spawn in relatively close proximity to the other person. So I can pretty much use the spawning in of other Screamtail to gauge where Omar is. Alright. So I'm thinking... Screw off, it's Pathra! Okay, so I'm thinking, Omar, for this, when we get to, like, this area of basically, like, the trail down the slope, we go here, then we make a turn back up. Then, when we get to the area right in front of the research station, then we turn back again. So we basically, like, traverse the same expanse. Freaking screw off, Espathra! Like, actually screw off. That is the one thing about the removal of the repel I don't like, is that you can't basically keep things away. No, Veluza's worse. Veluza is, I would say, default worse than Espathra. Because Espathra might be pretty bad. But, like, the main reason Espathra is being a problem is I'm not jumping. I need to keep a bit of pace with Omar. So I can't, like, jump around like an asshole to avoid them. Whereas with, like, Veluza, you can't really jump around it. So, like, I could relatively easily avoid the Espathra. It's just because of other movement reasons, I can't really jump around. So I kind of have to walk slow. But yeah. The Veluza fish. Veluza fish. Veluza fish amuse me. Yeah, like, Veluza is one of those things where I feel if it had access to its hidden ability in the main story, Veluza would be so amazing. Because, like, sharpness as an ability is very, very strong. A 50% damage boost on slashing moves. Especially when, like, Aqua Cutter is a very strong move. Night Slash, a very strong move. Slash is a okay, good move. Psycho Cut, also very strong move. And, like, you pair that up with some attack bonus, you have a solidly decent Pokemon. But, like, Veluza's stat line is just kind of not great. So it can't really hit too hard. But you give it, freaking sharpness, it hits a lot harder, and it really makes up for its kind of lacklusterish stats. Yeah, honestly, I would say if you're gonna go for Veluza, you Masuda it. I regret doing the Outbreak for it, but I would say yeah, it was annoying. It was definitely infuriating. God, looking at the color difference between the TV and the computer, it really has a color difference. Because Froakie on my computer, when it hatches, it looks shiny. But when I hatch it and I look on the TV, it doesn't, when it's not shiny. I've never heard of that, dude. I've never heard that, dude. Oh, happy meal time. I've heard of Epic Meal Time, but I have never heard of Happy Meal Time. $95. I mean, I'm definitely getting more spawns than I expected for Screamy Face. For Scream Face Dale. Yeah, now is where we turn back. No, freaking thing, I jumped over you. Yes, Epic Meal Time. Yeah, I've heard of Epic Meal Time. Very amusing. Yeah, I'm gonna encounter another Espathra. I knew it. I knew I was gonna encounter another freaking Espathra. These things, I hate them. I wish I could strangle them. Also, freaking adorable Mewtwo ball in the background. Adorable. I love it. It is a terrifying fear inducer of the one and only. Mini Mark Man. Hey, Caleb, how you doing? Alright, now let's turn back and head down the slope. Come on, freaking Screamtail. Would you mind sparkling for me, Screamtail? I would like my little ball of terror to give me a shiny. Gotten Greninja. They live in the same part of Montreal. Oh, really? Neat. Now, the Greninja raids ended about an hour and a half ago. They will be back in a few days, in like about a week or so, like 2 weeks. The Greninja raids will return, so you will have another chance at getting them. Yeah, they always do that with the raids. They will run it once, then 2 weeks later they redo the raids for another 4 days. Yeah, they did that with the other ones somehow. I got a perfect idea. Nice! Was it from a raid? Because I remember, like, a few days ago, I think it was, like, yesterday or something, like, I think it was, like, Andreas or, Al was hosting, like, 5IV Ditto raids. Alright, we turn back now. That's nice, dude. Perfect IV Ditto is great. Like, for me, I don't really need Perfect IV Ditto. Because, I mean, I'm completely fine with just dumping bottle caps in my Pokemon, because I have almost 2. Really? From the wild. Nice. That's rare. That is a very rare find. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind, like, just dumping bottle caps in my Pokemon, because I have 100 and, like, I have almost 200 bottle caps in my game right now. I can afford to splurge on dumping dozens of them into my Pokemon for competitive purposes, especially when, like, that's the point of the bottle caps, is to be dumped into Pokemon for competitive purposes. That was great. If you guys haven't done so already, please also don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. You know, share it out to your friends. Yes, I missed out on the sandwich. Yeah, I somewhat keep track of how long a sandwich has left by looking at, like, the recording window. Because I can see how long we've been live for. And, like, using that, I can say, okay, we started a sandwich at this time. Subtract, like, half an hour, add half an hour. And, like, okay, that one's going to be going. So, yeah, so about 55 minutes into stream, then I will be able to... Okay, we can go back into stream. Next, then we'll go to Roaring Moon. Got back into playing Chronicles 1, at least an hour a day, because I talked about like, yeah. It was a great game. Fantastic music, like. 40, nice. Getting close, do the Lucas. Getting close to finishing that Dex. Like, finishing the Paldea Dex, I gotta say, was my least favorite of all the Pokedexes to finish. I detested this Dex. The good thing about when we be going back for Roaring Moon is Roaring Moon's area is going to be much more localized. So it isn't going to be nearly as, like, strict. With this, you're dealing with something that, like, you move in a circle. You know, we're moving up and down along a relatively narrow pathway. But when we get to Roaring Moon, it'll be, like, the entire area. So it should be better for us. Yeah, you can somewhat figure out the radius that you can find the exclusives in. But also, you kind of can't. You need to get to a more common, like, exclusive spawn point. Xenoblade series has 8 million sold worldwide. Wait, the entire Xenoblade series? Not, like, Chronicles 1, 2, 3, and X, like, separately? There's no way that's the case. There is no way it is only 8.5 million. Like, that is barely more than what Platinum sold. There is no way that's the case. no freaking way. I do not believe that. I refuse to believe that is the case. I refuse to believe. I mean, I would say like go to like Wikipedia and look at like the sale records for that on Wikipedia, because Wikipedia is generally pretty good on like tracking sales numbers for stuff. How you doing, Aiden? How you doing, Aiden? Hope you're doing well. Freaking Mewtwo ball shine already. Yeah. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you feel better later, Ada. Hope you feel better and things improve. Rocket. Rocket, rocket. It's 40-48. Yikes. I mean, you're still under odds. You are still not at odds yet. That's one of, I mean, Masuda hunting in the game, like, Masuda hunting is one of those where it's kind of annoying, but in the grander scheme of things, it's not as bad as, like, it kind of could be. But all the hunting, yeah. I say it is best to break down Masuda hunts into, like, compartmentalized things where I'll do, like, maybe, like, 150 eggs a day. Because if you're trying to, like, brute force nearly 500 eggs in a single day, you're gonna burn yourself out like crazy on that. You know, I would say if you're gonna do that, it might just be best to, like, slow it down and, like, do, like, 150 or so a day. Do you lose the KO streak if you actually... No. You do not lose the streak if you do that. Because it isn't really a KO streak. It's more you have knocked out that many Pokemon from the outbreak in total to watch a Kufant, Yungoos, and a Meditite. Wow. I mean, you may not have got... I mean, you're still under odds. Like, that's the reason why I love Masuda method in this game. Is you can just wander all over Paldea while hatching eggs. Look for just extraneous shinies. And go for your shiny Masuda eggs. It's such a good thing. Like, most streamers I know kind of hated, and, like, still to a degree, hate Masuda method when it comes to shiny hunting. Because it's just a not very involved method. You're not encountering stuff actively. It is very passive. And it just feels very boring to a lot of them. Which is kind of why Masuda hunting in Scarlet Violet is so good. Even though you are passively going and hatching eggs, you're still able to hunt stuff in the overworld, which is what makes it better. That you can do, like, 3 things simultaneously. You can hatch eggs. Hey, Real Cyber Army, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing good. Scarlet Violet. It doesn't. Yeah, like, it's so much better. Like, the changes they made for, like, shiny hunting and Masuda method, I love. I know a lot of people have the overworld visibility of shinies be a bit of a trigger point, where, like, there definitely is no consensus on whether, like, the community likes it or they hate it. I will say this. I will die on the hill of I think overworld shiny visibility is fantastic. The reason being, it makes Masuda hunting so much more interesting. Because think about it. If you're doing Masuda method, you can passively shiny hunt other things while you are Masuda hunting. Or you can just randomly find shinies that you never would have found otherwise. Like, a great example of, like, of this that I point to is specifically, like, the shiny like the shiny Frigibacks, not the shiny Frigibacks, the shiny Palmy I found, the shiny Gulpin I found, like all of the shinies I found while playing the game passively that I got before I got the shiny charm. I would never have noticed those, because I never would have seen them otherwise. Hey, Webbucks, how you doing? I never would have found those otherwise. And I think people being able to find shinies is a good thing. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll go back and we'll do Roaring Moon. For the next one, Omar, just bring in a single avocado. Because avocado is for dragon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bring in one avocado and to bring in one serving of... Yeah, bring one serving of avocado, one serving of sweet herba mystica. I believe you can get avocados in, I go to the Aqualesia supermarket. That is in, Levencia. It should have avocados there. I think they have, like, everything. Yeah, I'm in a union circle. Excuse me. I'm in a union circle with Omar. Because he has Scarlet, and I have, like, Violet is the one that I've been predominantly playing. My Scarlet preparations are basically non-existent. So, like, when it comes, like, my Scarlet, preparations are, like, non-existent, I'd recommend buying, like, probably, like, a bulk thing of, like, 10 avocado things. Because otherwise, we're going to have to, like, keep doing this again and again. No, Violet is the one that I play. My main one is Violet. Oh, unless you mean, like, you haven't, like, done preparations for Violet. Because, yeah, I've, like, done very minimal playing on Scarlet when it comes to, like, preparing for shiny hunts and stuff like that. Mostly because when I'm playing my Scarlet, when I'm playing, you know, in free time, I'm grinding a Mystic in this game, because it's like with Sword and Shield. I have nothing against the other version. It's just this is the one that I've been playing more often. So, I have more, I guess, tied up with it. Alrighty, we have another thing. Let me just box these 4, because I don't want them to get the experience. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so just bring in like one avocado and one thing of herba mystica, of sweet herba mystica. Do you like metal badge? Console D from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Okay. But yeah, so just bring in one avocado, Omar, and one serving of salty herba mystica. I will bring in the other things. One avocado, one burger, and then one thing of sweet herba mystica. Same, but I've been able to hunt in Scarlet in my time. Yeah, I've done a little bit of stuff on Scarlet, but the thing is, like, I do a lot of competitive prep. So I need to, like, kind of get... I mean, I think that most of my competitive prep for this game is probably done. Even, like, so far as, like future competitive, like, down the road in, like, 2 years. I think I'm probably good on that. Because I have 999 large experience candies. I can level pretty much everything up to level 100 if I need to. The only issue I need is, like, money, so I can just buy vitamins, but even, like, that's probably going to be an easier way of doing that in the future. Alright, Omar, let me know you have the one avocado and one sweet herba mystica selected. How are you doing, Twilight Nebula? Wonderful name. Glad to have you here today. Okay, there we go. Plus button. Click the plus button. That's what a level of your stuff is. Chancy sandwich is 0-3. I mean, that's without using experience candy. I prefer to use my experience candy just because the experience candy is very, very easy for me to get because I do a lot of raids. Which is the same with money. Because when you're doing raids, you actually get things like you get big pearls, you get nuggets, you get comet shards, star pieces, and you get, like, you know, these sell fodder items, as I like to call them. And you can use those. Freaking clipping into the bread. Next Breath of the Wild stream is going to be Wednesday. Remember, when it comes to the Breath of the Wild streams, we're going to be doing those once a week, but they're going to be like an all-day stream sort of thing. Yeah, we are going to do that, but it's going to be like 8 to 10 hours. And that's going to be Wednesday. Best way to level stuff up is Pokemon. I mean, the other thing is, competitively, you don't even need to level yourself up to level 100 anymore. Because you can just do Hyper Chain at level 50 now. Sure, Aiden, what is it? Yeah, like, I love that. If I can find unbelievable, someone can 100. I mean, 100%ing Breath of the Wild isn't really that hard. It's just it's time consuming. Because you gotta remember, when it comes to Breath of the Wild, I think it's like 72% of the entire game completion progress is Korok seeds. So the hard part is really not getting bored when hunting the Koroks, which is what we're doing presently in the streams. We still have 700. So we have like 700 something left Korok seeds to get, and I think if we can grind out that many, like we can grind out like 90 per stream like we did last time, we'll have them done before Tears of the Kingdom. Because after that, all we gotta do is go and do all the side quests. Alright, I will meet you in the cave, Omar. Box has just gotta change out my Froakie. Froakie. I hope we get the shiny soon. I mean, I also hope we get shiny Roaring Moon soon. I want that. I mean to say, it's been unbelievable that someone can 100% both. I mean, that is speedrunning tactics, and also those do use glitches from what I remember. So, like, you do need to kind of do a little bit of buggy stuff. Hi, Mungorar. Violet. Hello. Alright. There we go. We are now in Rorgo Moon Cave. So, yeah, so I think pretty much... Yeah, Omar's gonna kind of need to be walking around to despawn and respawn things in. But I am gonna need to be basically doing it slow. But yeah, Omar, don't walk around too quickly, because we do need to assess everything that spawns in to make sure that we don't accidentally despawn the shiny. No, that's not shiny. Mungorar, Runmogor. I do love Roaring Moon. WR happens. Yeah, people doing like those speedruns is insane. Also, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Yeah, nothing is here at the moment. Yeah. I can kind of track the vague direction Omar is going in, like the pathing he's making of the circle, just by where the spawns are. Yeah, because all that is just you go and just kill Ganon. Yeah, the 23 minutes is just you go and you just fight and you kill Ganon. Like, the fact that you can do it that quickly is just staggering, in my opinion. Yeah, I can see the exact pathway you're running in circles. Because you can see, like, this vague despawning, spawning in movement around the room, and I love it. It's like, it's just great. Like, man, that radius is tiny. I mean, I knew that you had to be relatively close to the other person when it came to getting the version exclusive to appear in a Union Circle. But I didn't think it was this small. Like, I mean, I think before it was like a much bigger area you could be in, and you would still find them. And that they like deliberately shrank it. What do I do? I already have Froakie eggs, Wildberry. I'm not... SCR is the craziest thing in BOTW. Definitely the craziest glitch in Legend of Zelda. Back in time. Yeah, I've heard of Back in Time. I understand precisely negative 12% of Legend of Zelda, like, terminology for speedrunning stuff. All I know is that, like, all I know is, like, Back in Time is something like you can use data from, like, other games to be able to travel to certain things in other games. Like, it's very weird. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like Back in Time. It's like you use data or code from some other games to do things that basically like allow you to skip and stuff. It's very, very fascinating. I've actually never played Battletoads. I have heard a number of things about Battletoads, like it's ridiculously hard. But yeah, I am starting to think that it might... Yeah, I'm probably gonna like need to do some preparations in Scarlet Violet. So yeah, I'm thinking, Omar. I am thinking that we might want to just maybe after the sandwich probably put a pin in this and not do this strategy in the future. Because this... I didn't expect the spawn radius to be this small. But you do gotta live and learn. I'm going to be definitely needing to prepare my Scarlet Vial for proper shiny hunting procedures. So, yeah, I'm thinking after the sandwich, we are going to just, like, resume our regular raid and shiny hunt stuff with the viewers. Because I didn't think it would be this bad. Like, I knew the radius was tiny. But this is ridiculous. Like, if the whole marketing gimmick of the Union Circle was so you could get version exclusives and be in your friend's game, what is the point of the Union Circle if you needed to be freaking right next to them? I mean, the only thing I can think of is they were expecting when you're playing alongside other people that you're gonna be, like, running right next to them and you're all gonna be, like, within sight of each other. Because I guess other than that, the best way of doing it would be have, like, 3 people, each with Scarlet versions, like, strategically positioned throughout the room. Wait, so the Pokemon... So you mean, like, the radius being the only area that the exclusives spawn in is a glitch? Or that they should not get version exclusives at all? Because that could mean 2 things. Because if the circle itself is like, okay, the circle itself is a glitch and it's supposed to be a whole global world thing, then yeah, that makes sense. But if it's like you shouldn't be able to get the exclusives, okay, then that feels weird. Know the radius. Okay, so you're supposed to be able to find version exclusives throughout the entire world then. Am I right on that? So it should be, you should be able to find version exclusives outside the radius. Is that correct? Because I actually hadn't heard that the radius was bugged. Yeah, like, I mean, they did say in February... They did say in February there is going to be, like, an update for the game. I'm thinking maybe that is going to be where they're going to fix that. You understand? I recommend you check lowest percent. Yeah. Yes, there is going to be an update to Scarlet Violet in February. A lot of people think the update is going to be, like, raid fixes. I don't think it's going to be raid fixes. Because the issue that the Terra raids suffer from is... Oh, no, it's going to be, like quality QOL updates, I'm pretty sure is what it's going to be. But a lot of people are thinking it's going to be things like, you know, oh, they're going to fix Terra raids. They're going to fix, like, overworld issues. I don't realistically see things like that, because those are, like, with the game's optimization, those are game engine issues. This game does reuse more or less the game engine that Legends had, and it's simply a not strong enough game engine. So you're forcing a game... You're forcing a game that is far more intensive than what it was designed to run the game. And the only real way you could overhaul that is essentially remake a new game engine, which would be a massive development cost. You look slightly more purple. Okay, no, it's not shiny. I don't think the cheers are glitched. I'm pretty sure it's intentional that cheers only stack once. But yeah, it's like, to basically, to fix a lot of the optimization issues, you'd basically need to rebuild an entire new game engine from scratch. Which I don't think is going to happen. Because we already know development is beginning on the Switch's successor console. So as I am tentatively calling it, Switch 2.0. We already know development is beginning on games for that, and it really wouldn't make sense for them to make a whole new game engine for Scarlet and Violet when they're going to be having the Switch's successor console coming out, and then need to make a game engine for that game, for that system's Pokemon games. So, likely, them reusing Legends engine for this game was them basically saying, we're going to have to cut something here. Because if they did go in and they did make a whole brand new engine for this game that can run it optimally and there's no graphical issues, then so many other areas of the game would have suffered because they wouldn't have been able to put as much time into, say, making the story and things like that. They would have had to cut costs somewhere. And for me, it's always story content over anything. A game can look a bit ugly and have some hiccups playing, but if the story is good and the bugs and errors are fairly minimally invasive, you know, like, the worst you get with a bug in this game is, you know, a mountain blinks out of existence and then reappears in a frame. Or you get things like fricking Chu-Yi bouncing off to space, which to this day I still say is probably one of my favorite moments from playing this game, was Chugi just freaking off to space. You like the face glitch, which just goes away if you just save the game and turn off. And even then, the face glitch is actually only caused by, like, spamming A in the sandwich making process, apparently. So it's kind of like you're basically spamming buttons on the game and, like, reloading data in a way that shouldn't be done. So, like, it's a fairly minimal... Like, the glitches are fairly minimally invasive in this game. It isn't like, say, other games where a combat system is completely bugged and just does not work correctly. Where, like, you're walking over, say, some, like, portion of the ground and you just, like, fall into a bottomless pit. Or, like, save data gets spontaneously corrupted. The worst that happens in this game is a mountain blinks out of existence and it comes back in a frame. So, it's not too invasive, and I kind of find it a little funny at times. Though, the memory leak was definitely a big black eye on the game. But the memory leak is not really a glitch, it's more a problem of programming. Which, considering the amount of variables this game is crunching at any given time, yeah, that makes sense. Basically, the memory leak is the game is generating so many variables, and it generates more variables than it deletes. That clogs up the system memory and causes the game to run slow. When the game runs slow, eventually it will crash out. That's why early release, you had people who were like binge playing the game for like 6-7 hours, and in those 6-7 hour continuous play sessions, the game would crash. But if you just save the game, shut off, turn it back on, that completely clears out the game memory, and all those issues go away. Fun fact, at the beginning of Wind Waker, at the beginning of the game, you can manual super jump by flickly troll down so you don't... Interesting. But yeah, it's like... For the game's issues, the technical degree with which this game needs to perform, it actually does very well. And... I mean, you compare the bugs and glitches in this game to some of the glitches and bugs in just even other Pokemon games. Yeah, there's definitely worse offenders than this game. Like, cough cough Gen 1. A game where literally the entire game is a glitch. But yeah, it's like, I think, like, my friend Echo, I mean, he just generally has a lot of, like, very good phrasing when it comes to games and things like that, because he's just a lot more eloquent than I am. The best way he can sum up this game in, like, a single sentence is, the game's ugly is skin deep. That, on the outside, yeah, there's a lot of unattractive things. The glitches look pretty jarring. The slowdown on, like, NPCs looks really bad. But if you can look past, like, some of the graphical issues and, like, see the game for the story, for the gameplay, and, like, kind of push aside, like, potential immersion shatter for, like, a second, there's a diamond in that skin deep ugly. Which is, like, yeah, it's a very well put together way of phrasing it. But yeah, I think after this we're just gonna go, we're just gonna go hunting, in the overworld, and we are going to be like going back to our regularly scheduled hunts of stuff and things. Because I didn't quite think that it was gonna be this bad with how low the radius was. It's fine, Omar. Thank you very much, Omar, for like sticking through this whole thing. You're an absolute trooper for this. We salute to thee, Omar. But yeah, it's like, it's... I enjoy this game. I mean, I honestly didn't think any Pokemon game was ever going to top Gen 5 for me. And I had that expectation utterly shattered just by this game. Yeah, I think it's great. My only worry, though, what's going to come next? Because, like, they regained the goodwill of a lot of players with this game. Can they make it last? You know, my worry is, will Scarlet Violet be the 1 in a million knock out of the park they landed? Or is this the devs have finally learned a better quality game gets better quality money box? Because that's what I'm hoping for. Is that this game is going to sell super, super well. It's going to do extremely, extremely well in reviews, do extremely well in sales, and just, in general, make bank for Game Freak. So, moving forward, I hope they continue with the lore. Because I love lore. I think I've mentioned this a few times, but, like, I love the Call of Duty Zombies storyline, the Dark Aether storyline. This is before the whole fiasco that was Black Ops 4. I love that storyline because the lore was great. Halo. Love Halo because of the lore. And, like, Alien vs. Predator. Love that series because of the lore. And if they keep going in this very, very lore-driven direction for, like, future games, I think they're going to have a perpetual money-making machine on their hands. Dragon Dance does not damage. Yeah, that is... If that does not summarize the way we used to think as children, Caleb, I don't know what does. Like, that's my favorite thing. Like, being someone who avidly plays competitive, and even when I first started playing doubles, I would go, 4 moves on everything, no support, no damage mitigation, I'm just going straight for the throat with all my attacks. And absolutely flubbing match after match after match after match, picking up a support Pokemon and starting to use, like, status moves and moves that do no damage. It's like night and day. When you're a kid, you think being good at Pokemon is having 4 moves of maximum type coverage on your Pokemon. And all of them are just absolute damage dealers. You learned very quickly that is not the way to do well in battles. You need a balance of status and damage. And I love it. It's like, there is nothing more sobering than that. Going in with a team of, like, 6 super beefy, aggressive attackers and getting utterly face smacked by status moves. It is a very sobering wake up. It's like, yeah, you need that. You need that from time to time. Slightly good bad move, yeah. Protect is like freaking the most used move in VGC. Like, most teams, you look at teams in VGC, most teams will just have like 4 or 5 members all have Protect on it. It's so good. It's like, yeah, it does no damage, but you know what it does do? It protects you from Fake Out. It protects you from, like, one of the most oppressive moves in the entirety of doubles, and that is Fake Out. Also, also protects other stuff. Follow me, Drake's Pokemon word. Togekiss would like a word. Togekiss would like a word with that statement, Caleb. I mean, also, what's its face? Evolved into Clefairy. Clefairy, that's what her name is. No, Clefairy. Yeah, no, Clefairy. Yeah. Friend Guard Clefairy wants a word. Just go green already, Roaring Moon. Just be green. I will throw a bucket of paint on you. I'll even take a green. I'll even take a green Xylus. I'll even take a Xylus. That's green at this point. Nope. Yeah, one of the few megas I actually did use competitively was actually Mega Salamence. So I was like, I kind of feel like getting gypped to this thing. I mean, Salamence was also the first Pokemon I ever saw, so it's like Roaring Moon always started off a good thing. Roaring Moon, love it. Love my Roaring Moon. I'm also like super freaking happy Roaring Moon is actually very, very good for Series 2. Cause on Showdown you can already do like after they announced the rule set for Series 2, they did add the ladder for like just Showdown battles of Series 2. And I've been using a Roaring Moon team. And it's freaking terrifying because it's great. Oh, I don't think I don't people who play singles when their mon has telepathy bugs. Exactly. Like, yeah, I don't think I told you guys about the non-terastallized Roaring Moon that laughs at Sylveon. So, I was doing a match for Series 2. I think this was like 3-4 weeks ago. It was back when they first announced what the Series 2 rule set was going to be. And like about a week or so after they first announced it. And I went onto like Showdown's Series 2 ladder to like, to test out my teams. And the fight came down to my Roaring Moon, which was non-terastallized, by the way, going up against a Sylveon. Keep in mind, last two Pokemon, and it was a Sylveon. They go for Hyper Voice. Probably expecting, okay, maybe he'll have like Steel Wing or like Iron Head or like something that's not going to KO Sylveon. Gonna leave with just enough health to stay alive and kill. Then, in comes me, Throat Chop. Sylveon cannot use Hyper Voice after Throat Chop. And me laughing my ass off as they were specs locked. So this Sylveon could do absolutely nothing to my Roaring Moon. As I'm just sitting there, throat chopping this Sylveon into oblivion because it was specs locked. And it just... the Roaring Moon that laughs at Sylveon. I love it. Yeah, like, I will never get another match like that probably ever again. But it was just too damn funny. And I felt like I needed to share that because I love it. Like, in any other circumstances, I lost that fight. It just Roaring Moon is just that much of a freaking unit. I love it. Like, that story alone is worthy of Roaring Moon becoming an absolute legend in my mind. It's like, most of my favorite Pokemon, at least like the Pokemon that I consider like a lot of my favorites, a lot of it comes from my usage of them in competitive. Where, I mean, well, using competitive, like using like a story playthrough. Because, like, that's why I love Gastrodon, that's why I love, like, I mean, I love Togekiss for a lot of other reasons, but, like, yeah, one of the main ones is Gastrodon. Where, like, the amount of joy I get from using Follow Me on Fools is just great. But Follow Me, Dynamax Togekiss with Max Airstream with Weakness Pulse is just fun. But, like, Roaring Moon, I already really liked. But just that story. But you have 2 minutes left on yours? I got 4 minutes left on mine, weird. But just, like, that story of it laughing at a Sylveon because of Throat Chop just made my day. And it was like, this is why I love this thing. Like, I would say that moved Roaring Moon up a solid, like, 3 spaces on my top 10 favorites from Paldea. Also, one of the mods, ! Ash, please. Bubbles in life, practically harmless. Bubbles Pokemon, 55 base damage. Well, if it's a beam of bubbles, it is 65 base power. Also capable of lowering speed. Yeah. But yeah, it's like I look forward to future stuff things with Roaring Moon. 'Cause the other good thing is that Roaring Moon is immune to Prankster. Like, as a dark type, it does not fear Prankster anymore. So, like, no freaking Whimsicott Charm, no freaking, no freaking Whimsicott Charm, no freaking Murkrow Thunderwave. It just doesn't need to be afraid of those things anymore. But it does need to be afraid of a lot of things. Mackle, I already have a Shiny Greninja, and the other streamer watched. They actually already eggs gets. Wow. I mean, yeah, I still gotta work on mine. After, yep, alright, Sandwich has ran out. Apologies, it didn't really work out well, Omar, but we'll need to go and rethink our, I'll just need to go and prepare my Scarlet file more for shiny hunting on it. But thank you very much for your assistance, Omar. We are gonna go and just start shiny hunting, like, other stuff in the overworld now. And hatch Greninja eggs. So, also we're gonna be, like, yeah, we tried our best, and that's exactly. In the end, we had some fun nonsense, we had some stuff and things, and really that's all that matters. Hanging out with friendos, and pulling off the greatest of nonsensical nonsenses. But I also now know that I'm gonna need to start grinding when it comes to Scarlet version. Yeah, Pokemon moves make zero sense. Like, why is it that a Pokemon named Growlithe is incapable of learning the move Growl? I don't know, just something about that seems a little janky to me. That will Mind Blow doesn't kill the user. I mean, it does deal half damage. So it does grievously wound the user. Yeah, don't ask. It's like, sometimes it's better to not ask questions. My favorite, like, Pokemon move meme that just exists at all has to be only true cat Pokemon can use Fake Out. Because for some reason, all of, like, the cat Pokemon get access to Fake Out. Okay, yeah, I'll save now. I mean, it doesn't, like, do anything to me. It doesn't, like, reboot anything. So there we go. But yeah, just, like, freaking, what's its name? Like, every single freaking cat Pokemon learns Fake Out. So a joke was, like, if a Pokemon learns Fake Out, that means it's a cat Pokemon. But yeah, so now we're changing gears. We're doing Terra Raids now, as well as we are shiny hunting, resuming our shiny hunt for Froakie. When a Pokemon uses Explosion, they come back. Well, the thing is, they're not dead. The way I've always imagined Explosion to work is something just just discharges all of its energy and just leaves it exhausted. Because we've seen in Pokemon that when you're knocked out, you're really just, like, it's just tired. Like, they're still alive. It's just they're tired. They're too tired to, like, just keep fighting. Because we've seen in things like the anime, like, the referee says, like, this thing is unable to battle, but it's still able, like, to walk around and stuff. It's just, this thing is too tired to keep on going. We are not going to let it keep fighting. Because, like, the one that I always point to that shows this is, if you watch the Johto anime, and you watch, I think the guy's name is Harrison, like, the fight between Ash's Charizard and Harrison's Blaziken, that is known as a particularly aggressive fight, because even after the fight ends, like, Nurse Joy says, like, yeah, Blaziken isn't gonna be able to fight for the next round. Like, it still needs to rest, like, for a lot longer. And he ends up losing the tournament overall because his Blaziken is just still too injured to keep fighting. Like, that fight against Blaziken and Charizard is them pushing things very much beyond where Pokemon battles normally go to, because neither of them wanted to give up. In normal Pokemon 1s, they're just like, they just, okay, this thing is too tired to fight. We're not fighting with this one. We don't want to get hurt. So it's like, if anyone wants to see... Yes! Show them the terrified Marth. Show them the horror that is Marth. A league lost. Yeah, like, that is a loss. I mean, it's kind of stupid that he lost to a Blaziken, because, like, just freaking wing attack on Charizard, Blaziken goes away. Like, that one didn't make sense, but it's like, yeah, they just didn't want to give up. I like that. I really like that fight. Just because, like, yeah, they didn't want to give up. Like, they fight because they want to. It's like, they just freaking didn't give up. Because they note in the series that fight is a particularly aggressive and brutal one. Just because, like, Charizard and Blaziken did not want to give up. I gotta say though, like, the league loss that Ash had that is my least, like, the one I dislike the least is, like, the one with, I almost said Toby. Like, no, that's funny, that's funny. So they know that is, that's Naruto, Toby, no, Tobias. Like, that one, I don't really call BS. Because, like, yeah, that kind of makes sense that a guy with a Darkrai would be, like, that strong. But, like, the fight against Tobias is honestly, like, one of my favorite moments from the entire anime. Probably second to, like, May helping Dawn get out of the depression. Because it's like, yeah, Ash planned ahead. He taught Heracross sleep talk just to screw with Tobias' Darkrai. It's like, yeah, he big brain. Because Heracross, it's bug and it's fighting. Both things that are good against Darkrai. I mean, I don't disagree. He was a lazy Deus Ex Machina. But, like, at the same time, you gotta know, like, in the Pokemon universe, there's gonna be people like, the funny thing is, we all absolutely rag on Tobias like nobody's business. But when we play the Pokemon games, we do the same thing as Tobias. Like, we literally are Tobias when it comes to Pokemon games. So, like, if we're ragging on Tobias, we gotta rag on ourselves when we play Pokemon. Because, yeah, who doesn't, you know, steamroll into the league with, like, the most souped-up, insane team you can possibly concoct? Like... Especially when we were younger, we all, like, grabbed the legendary and used the legendary on our team when we beat down the game. It was like, we all pulled the same shit we give Tobias crap over. It's like, no. We're being hypocritical with Tobias. Tobias did nothing wrong. Pokemon is the only game where approaching theme is more threatening than the actual fight theme. I mean... I think that there's definitely some intimidating battle themes, like Guzma. I mean, Guzma's got like one that just absolutely slapped, like Guzma's a jam. I actually really like Lysander's battle theme. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the music in X and Y, but like I really like Lysander's theme. It's pretty good. Example: Dark Void, A Void, Candy Menace. I mean, like. It throws the, like, dark blob thing at you. So, like, I guess that makes sense. I mean, it used to be 80% accurate. I'm fairly certain the only reason they nerfed Dark Void is specifically because of all the BS Smeargle was pulling with it. So, they nerfed it to 50%. Like, okay, well, why not just get rid of it entirely? So then, okay, they removed it from Smeargle's access, but they never rebuffed its accuracy. Because, like, Darkrai is never going to be used in official tournaments. Darkrai, along with every mythical, for those who don't know, is officially banned in tournaments. Like, in any official tournaments that Pokemon Company puts on, mythicals are blanket automatically disqualified, which means Darkrai can never be used in an official tournament. The exception was Series 13, where Series 13 was after Worlds concluded, and was like, let's just go crazy. Let's just remove all the restriction clauses. You can't bring just 2 restricted box arts anymore. You can bring as many as you want. You can bring as many mythicals as you want. You can bring whatever the hell you want. Yeah, because your nerf was completely unnecessary since they make it unavailable. Exactly. Like, that's the reason I think they nerfed the accuracy for Smeargle, then afterwards just pulled it from existence. And then just pulled it from the move pool for everything. And they just never went back and rechanged it. But yeah, like, a lot of the competitive players hated Series 13. Just like, I mean, well, I wouldn't say hated was the right word. They just did not take Series 13 seriously at all. Because it's like, because even a lot of the bigger competitive players, they don't really care for box art restricted allowed formats. Like, they tolerate them enough to give it their all. But when you push the envelope with things like Megas, with Primals, a lot of them start to care substantially less. Because it just basically becomes a pissing contest of who has the highest base stats at that point. It's like, it's kind of why when Zacian was in existence, people didn't really care as much. Because it's Zacian. Like, what the hell are you going to do to this thing? And I still say the most telling thing about Pokemon is that Zacian could be legal for a format. And it was only the second most used Pokemon in that format. Incineroar was still more used than it. How was Earthquake? Accurate, but Precipice Blades. Tell them which scale. I mean, I think the reason Precipice Blades is less accurate is because it is specifically creating a giant spike that just shoots out of the ground. Whereas, like, Earthquake is the entire ground shaking. Precipice Blades is more of, like, the ground shoots up at you. So, like, I think that makes a little bit more sense. But it's still a bit weird, like, it makes sense. I mean, I love Zacian, too. It's a freaking power trip and a half. But when you go against it in an official match, lady, you kind of hate it. Like, when you are actively competing in a competition and Zacian is Zacianing over everything, you kind of develop a distaste for it. That's how it works on flying types. There actually is a ground move that hits flying types that's 1,000 arrows. But I think it's like, it probably uses where you are by the vibration of target. I mean, they never really explain it, but honestly, it's more for balancing purposes than anything. Because it's like, you watch in the anime, moves like Fire Blast, like, always hit. Accuracy means next to nothing when it comes to representations of things. They're really done for game balancing. Exactly, Fox, that's my point. If you were competitive, you'd feel otherwise. If you played competitive like I do, you would feel very differently. I would honestly say, is that Zygarde complete when Zygarde complete is at full health? Or is this Zygarde 50%, takes the damage, converts to 100%, then continues the fight? Because if it is Zygarde complete against Primal Groudon full health on both, I think probably Zygarde wins. I think Zygarde wins by a narrow margin there. Because really the only thing that Groudon is itself afraid of is actually another ground type. It's actually why one of my favorite gimmicks people would pull out to face and kill Primal Groudon back in like VGC series was they would bring like a choice banded Groudon. Because their Groudon wouldn't be weak to Precipice Blades. And they use banded Precipice Blades to destroy the other person's Groudon. Like, that is how insanely strong Primal Groudon was. You could bring a gimmick like that to remove your opponent's Primal Groudon and still do very well. Yeah, I mean that's more Fissure than Earthquake. That's pretty much Fissure, not Earthquake. Because it's funny to think that, yeah, Groudon normally is like 11 feet tall. Groudon is freaking tiny. Like, my room, from like my closet to this wall, this wall with the green rectangle on it, to my closet, is about 12 feet. And Groudon is about 12 feet tall. So, like, just turning that sideways, it's barely taller than, like, a first-story house. Groudon is small. And then you get, like, a coyote, and then you like, just, like, smash cut to the anime, where's, like, this just Godzilla-sized behemoth. And it's like, no, it's like 11 feet tall. I love it. It's so dumb, but I love it. Yeah, Pokemon logic for just aren't accurate. How do you math a slice on a guillotine? I mean, I'm pretty sure the full name is, like, scissor guillotine. It isn't just, like, the name in Japanese, I'm pretty sure, is scissor guillotine. So it's like you cross your arms and, like, slash like that. You know, if you've ever seen Revenge of the Sith, basically think of Anakin's decapitation of Dooku for basically what scissor guillotine is in terms of, like, the way the move operates. Just, like, without the actual decapitation. So it's like, you just pull your head back and you're fine. You just, like, you just like Keanu Reeves Matrix dodge and you're fine. But I mean, then why is, like, a hack short scatter makes no sense. Yeah. Why does Scizor not get it then? It's weird. So, actually, unrelated nonsense question. The move X Scissor or Cross Scissor, which way do you say it? X Scissor or Cross Scissor? So, sort of like a continuation of, like, the Garganacle versus Garganicle debate from yesterday. Which one do you go with? X Scissor or Cross Scissor? Yeah, I agree. Because after all, what's cooler? Xenoblade Chronicles X! Your mileage may vary. I agree. Granted, that entire joke came from Chugga Conroy. I love Chugga's Skyward Sword series. It's very entertaining. I mean, Chugga Conroy entertains me in general. Because I've been watching the Runaway Guys Dokapon Kingdom series in preparation for the North American release of Dokapon Kingdom for the Switch. So, I am looking forward to Dokapon Kingdom coming for the Switch and potentially doing, like, collabs with other creators of Dokapon Kingdom. So all that rage just happens. Like, Chugga's great. I love him. Like, the thing I love is he's just, like, Mr. Wholesome, nice, and kindness on his own channel. And then in The Runaway Guys, he just turns into, like, this mischievous little demon of a person who just enjoys kind of screwing with things. It's great. I mean, that happens mostly in Dokapon Kingdom, but it's like, yeah, he just, like, antagonizes John at times. It's great. Because he even says, like, when he records in The Runaway Guys, he like his commentary is a bit different. Like he does not swear like pretty much at all these days on his own channel. Like when he was like early starting, like I think his first like 2 or 3 years, he did swear a good amount. But now like he just does not swear at all. And he swears somewhat on the Runaway Guys. Like he's only like swears on them. It's like, yeah. He becomes great. What's your all the time when no one is left? I love the Runaway Guys. It's great. Because like the greatest way to describe the Runaway Guys is it's Chugga and John actually trying to outdo the other at games. And then you just got Tim off in the corner vibing. It's just great. It's like Tim is just Mr. Wholesome and nice. I love watching TRG. Like, Dokapon Kingdom is probably my favorite series they've ever done, just because you get so many moments. Especially when Chugga makes a funny. Yes! I love that, like, it... Because I love that he does it to, like, to antagonize John, but, like, you gotta remember, in the end, for all of, like, the antagonism that Chugga, like, somewhat directs at John... In the end, they're still good. They're still friends. Like, they are all very, very good friends. And I don't think they play it up for the camera. The reason why is, like, that's how friends really are. Friends will, like, rip on each other in, like, that same way. Like, you can get that blindingly annoyed with someone. Especially... Wait, you've seen the Dokapon Kingdom series, right, Foxy? So, do you know about the Canadianator? Yes, Visible Confusion is a great meme. I love it. Like, there's so... The Star Wars prequels are a freaking meme gold mine. Maybe. Okay. So, I encourage you to just look up the Canadianator. It is probably the most absolutely furious John has gotten in TRG, because like he's like yelling and you can just feel the rage in his voice, and it's like a solid like minute long rant at Chugga because Chugga screwed up royally. And then you've just got Chugga just, like, giggling like an imbecile the entire time, while John is just absolutely losing it. And I was like, yeah, in the end, like, yeah, that happened, like, however many years ago, and they're still very good friends. Like, they know, yeah, after that, it's like, yeah, it's like, just for the camera. It's great. I love it. I'm amazed just how knowledgeable Chugga is on Pokemon when he does his Let's Plays. Well... He does a lot of what I do, because I actually did model a bit of the way that I do my Let's Plays of Pokemon on the way he did stuff. Like, he like breaks down everything, but also like I would do that anyway because like, I'm very analytical. I don't doubt his Pokemon history. So like, I know a lot about Pokemon because I play a lot of competitive, and I know the roles that certain Pokemon do. I have had to, like, memorize a number of Pokemon's, like, stat spreads, general broad strokes of their move pools, and their abilities. But I don't know all of them, and I'm willing to bet, like, I'm pretty sure, like, Chugga knows a lot about Pokemon, but I don't think anyone, unless you're some sort of, like, savant, can have memorized every single facet of Pokemon. Like, memorize like all the stat spreads of everything, know all the move pools, know all the stats. So, like, it's a lot of like studying things. Like, okay, like basically like studying. Okay, this is what things are. Looking over everything. The way that I did mine, when a good example, like go back and watch like the Black and White series. Whenever I would do any of the bio write-ups, I would actually have like a notepad in front of me. I would look up on like Cerebi or Bulbapedia, okay, what is this Pokemon's moveset? What are like any particularly notable things about like their moves, their ability, and like give like an overview of them and like how much they will probably be able to pull the weight. Because like you do need to like check a lot of those things back and forth. That's one of the reasons I hated freaking, like, if you go back and you watch the Heart Gold Soul Silver series and you watch, like, after we beat Lance and we're on the SSN, that was legitimately my least favorite, like, segment of recording anything we have ever done. And I say that after freaking hating the Mother Brain escape and the Mother Brain fight in Samus Metroid Zero Mission. Like, I hated that Zero Mission fight, and I hated the mad dash out of SR388 in that game. I would rather do that fight again than redo, like, the bios for Heart Gold Soul Silver's expanded Safari Zone. Because there was something like, I think it was what? Like 45 Pokemon we had to cover in that. And it was like a solid 2 episodes of me just going over bios. I hated that. I never want to do anything like that ever again. Favorite series he did was XD. Those were great. I loved XD and Coliseum. Like, I think it was actually XD was where I discovered Chugga. Now, I say, like, discovered Chugga as in, like, I had seen a previous series Chugga did. I saw 388 was in Samus Returns. Zebes, that's what it is. Zebes. Yeah, when, like, Zebes goes kaboom. Yeah. My first series I ever watched that was Chugga's series was actually his Kid Icarus Uprising series. And that I watched as a recommendation of a former friend of mine. I've mentioned, like, this former friend before. This is one of the ones that gaslighted me for years. So, like, the only good thing that person ever left me with was Chugga. And I watched Chugga's Kid Icarus Uprisings and I loved it. But then I was replaying XD, like 2 or 3 years later. And I was like, I have no idea where to go. So I just looked up a walkthrough of XD Gale of Darkness. And lo and behold, it was Chugga's LP. And I just started watching it and I was just so amused by him. And many of you will know, if you have seen the recorded series, that is where this whole channel basically started. It really was me watching Chugga and just the joy I got from watching Chugga's videos that made me want to make videos. One fact, when I heard gaslighting, I thought it was someone dousing something. Yep. Yeah, it's a lot worse than that. It's a lot worse than that. But yeah, I was like, it... For all the listeners, those people are... It's kind of strange. Because for as much as everything I associate with those former friends, I utterly despise, like, that's why I don't like Undertale, that's why I don't like Lucario, that's why, you know, a number of things I just simply do not... I mean, it isn't just, it isn't so much as manipulation as it is getting someone to doubt their own grasp on reality. Like, manipulation is a part of it, but it's more of really getting someone to doubt basically the reality. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Like, it's kind of like the debate of, like, alive, but, like, your grip on reality is basically shattered, or just blink out of existence. Both are bad, but which one's worse? Like, I certainly know I probably wouldn't prefer to basically not have a grasp on reality. But yeah, it is very strange to really think about it like this. For as much as everything I associate with them I despise now, they were the ones that introduced me to Chugga, and kind of that introduction to Chugga has defined most of my life in the, like, not like the succeeding time. So it's very strange. It's this weird thing. Yeah. But yeah, let's kind of get off this topic. Let's kind of get off this topic and get on to more happy things. So, let's get on something else. So, what is everyone's favorite Pokemon side game? Let's start this on a more positive topic. Why wouldn't the reason I would not recommend it, Vaporeon has a very reason I wouldn't recommend it is Vaporeon has a very, very long setup time. It requires a minimum of 13 turns to set up its full stored power boost. In that interceding time, it runs the risk of night/critical hits, as well as poison from Gunk Shot, both of which are highly problematic. Because if you're running Covert Cloak, that protects against the poison, but you can't run Life Orb. And it also does not protect you against the critical hits. When you have to stack up so many defense boosts in order to get the stored power boost off because of the way that stored power works with acid armor, if you get critical hit, it will bypass every single one of those defensive boosts and deal a pretty significant amount of damage to the Vaporeon. If you need to go heal with like the healing chant, that still delays turns, that eats away at your timer. Greninja, if it goes for the stat purge again, it will completely wipe all of that setup away, needing you to reset up again. You know, it's kind of a thing of the setup is very, very intensive, and I prefer reliability. You know, for me, when it comes to raids, reliability, repeatability, and stability are like the three main pillars of how I form a team. I mean, it's the same way that when it comes to like my Pokemon competitive battles, I build that foundation on reliability, repeatability, and stability. The only real exception to that is Togekiss, but even then, like, Togekiss's RNG is fairly reliable. You know, the only RNG I ever rely on is Togekiss, and that's because you can reliably rely on its RNG. Buddy had a pink Galveston with clear smog. Yeah, Galveston with clear smog is very good. But yeah, like, it's possible to do the solo with Vaporeon, but I don't like having to rely on that much level of RNG, especially not getting crit. Xenoblade memes are indeed very funny. Can't have a rainbow without Rhine. Yep. I gotta say, I really didn't think any character was gonna be my favorite more than Ryan, and then Ricky happened, and then I didn't think anyone was gonna be my favorite character more than Ricky, and then Melia happened. I didn't solo Vaporeon. Yeah, okay. So you're not completely crazy, lady. Okay, you're not completely insane. Because there have been people that were doing Vaporeons. Like, if you're doing, like, a Vaporeon thing, and you do, like, a Vaporeon with, like, Galveston with clear smog and acid spray, oh my freaking heck, we got a freaking another shiny Sneasel. This is a phase on the Sneasel, and this is going up for giveaways. So, lady, you know the deal. You know the dealio, lady. You know the dealio. I love it. Oh yeah, right. I got a second fastball from the Ace Academy tournament, and then I got another one from like what the frick is it called? The auction thingy. I know, yeah, thank you, lady. Alvis wins. Alvis. Like, you will find out why Alvis wins later. The giveaway, Captain, the giveaway is going to be random when it comes to the time we do it. It's going to be all of the spare shinies are going to go up for trades with everyone, and it's basically like a first come, first serve basis. I still have not decided when it is going to be yet. But it is going to be... Starscream wins. I would say that is a clean win for Starscream, but that is due to Starscream's access to the Null Ray. Which, for those who don't know about Transformers lore, the Null Ray is... literally think of like a sniper rifle with an EMP. So like he is a sniper, and it just like shuts down electronics. And like since Mechon and like Ham's converted Mechon are still mechanical in nature with life support systems that preserve them, that means it would kill Metalface. I mean, kind of. Kinda. I still call bullshit on that fight. It is a stupid pony versus a freaking future, like... They were constraining Starscream by human technology. Like, no, Starscream would win. Like... He is a he is made of Cybertronian metal. He is literally made to fight wars and has gone like toe-to-toe with Optimus. The only reason he loses fights is because he's a freaking coward. As well as he literally has a minigun. I don't think a little blue pony can do much against, like, freaking Vulcan Gatling guns. Plus, they definitely undervalued how much damage the Null Ray would do to an organic system. Because after all, your nerves are just electrical impulses. Anything that would, like, scramble electronics would completely just dismantle your nervous system. Yeah, and Starscream's a robot that can think at light speed. He's a robot that can think at light speed. And the other thing is, Starscream's immortal. You can't kill Starscream, because his spark is mutant. You can't actually kill him. I mean, you can't kill G1 Starscream. Other ones you can kill, but like G1 Starscream does have a mutant spark that you can't really kill him. I don't know a thing about the Megazord, but I would say probably that, because it's like the size of a kaiju. Starscream cookies. Starscream cookies. What? Please explain that, Alex. You are giving context for that right now. Because I need to know. All the Power Rangers. It's Morphin time. It's Morbin time. My favorite thing about that Morbius movie is the fact that they re-released it without understanding why Morbius was trending online. Like, that is the greatest thing, that they thought the movie was legitimately popular. Oh, I love it. Where the fluff to find Klefki? Alfornata. It's around, like, the region around Alfornata. It's a reference to nostalgia critics' review of the OG Transformers cartoon. The Joker tries to reclaim my Megatron keeps dressing him around despite being so disloyal. I mean, that's true. Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. I mean, I think that, you gotta remember, Starscream is legitimately very intelligent. Like, for all the idiocy Starscream pulls throughout the series, he is legitimately very intelligent. He is a former scientist. And he's also, he's intelligent in just, like, being book intelligent, but he's also very, like, clever at, like, manipulating people in, like, playing them. You know, like convincing them of his continued value. The Morbius meme is the greatest meme because never has... Exactly, like, the fact that, like, the Morbius meme... But he's very, like Starscream is very smart. Like, he's very smart, like, he's very book smart, and he's good at, like, convincing people of things. But he's just a coward. Which Ash? I mean, I was gonna, if it's Ash Williams from, like, Evil Dead, I'd say, I don't know. I think Ash Williams got a chance at that with his freaking chainsaw hand. Ah. Fun fact, I don't know. So you guys know Sam Raimi, like the guy who made the Spider-Man movies? Yeah, he's the one that made, like, the Evil Dead movies, and that's why if you watch, like, all the Sam Raimi trilogy Spider-Man movies, Bruce Campbell appears in a cameo in all of those movies. Which makes me wonder, was there a Bruce Campbell cameo in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Because that was also made by Sam Raimi. Because he loves to just put him in cameos in movies. Tobey Maguire versus Andrew Garfield. I don't know. I mean, depends on which suit Tom Holland. Depends on which suit. Because, like, if it's like Tony Stark or Iron Spider suit, I think that's just, like, a clear win for Tom Holland Spider-Man. Yeah, he calls the Avengers. He can literally just call back up. That is probably my favorite line in the entire no, this is 60. We need to have Bruce Campbell play Ash Ketchum in the new That's like his movie. Dwayne Johnson's Brock. I'd love that. Like, but here's the thing, though. The issue with having Brock be played by Dwayne Johnson is, how do you escalate that? Like, you peak when you have Brock as Dwayne Johnson. Like, you can't, it doesn't matter what the rest of the movie is going to be. Nothing is going to be better, and it's all going to be downhill from there. Like, that's the weird thing. Is that a band? Are you in a band? It's like, because they weren't part of the Marvel Universe. They don't know who the Avengers are. They didn't exist. Like, that was great. Like, that was such a great line. I mean, also the fact, like, the other thing is that if you, like, Tobey Maguire, he was like 20-something. Okay, the thing is, though, if it's Dwayne Johnson, we know it'd work. If it was Dwayne Johnson, we know it'd work because it's Dwayne Johnson. The only thing I could see them do is just have him come in to voice Reggie Rock. That is the only thing I could see them doing. And have it, like, not just overshadow everything. He would have to voice Reggie Rock. Oh, that's great. Or I guess, like, Bruno. But, like, it wouldn't work as well because he's a... I guess Bruno would work. Bruno would probably work because he's a fighting type specialist, and he also uses an Onyx. Like, it would work. It would work. Meowth voiced by Danny DeVito. Funny. Yeah. Like, that's kind of the funny thing is, like, what would you guys, like, a dream cast for, like, a Pokemon? Like, Will Ferrell as James would be great. Like, who would you, like if you could have, like, your dream cast for a live-action Pokemon movie, who would you have to play Lance? Because I was like, Lance Hendrickson. I was like, it has to be Lance Hendrickson. Because that voice is just too powerful. Like, I just say Lance Hendrickson because, like, the voice that guy has is just way too powerful. But also, like, Lance Hendrickson old now, so, like, it doesn't really work. Pitt's voice actor to play Ash. Nice. That's Aaron, not Aaron Taylor, right? No. Oh, I think it is. Oh, I know his name was like an A or something. Yeah, Pitt's voice actor is great. I love him. He's great. Samuel L. Jackson is Giovanni. that would be too powerful. That's too powerful, the bad guy. You can't win. He just has all the assets of S.H.I.E.L.D. But the funny thing is, I was gonna say Scarlett Johansson is Jessie. Like, I don't know, I think it would work. Just have all of Team Rocket be played by the various people that have played the Avengers. So the Team Rocket is just Evo Shield. It's just Evo Shield. I love it. Oh, this is too powerful. I love it. Jackie Chan is Bruno. No, Jackie Chan isn't bulky. I mean, he's big. You're like a bulky guy for that. Christopher Lloyd is Blaine. Who's Christopher Lloyd? I know the name. The name sounds... Who is Christopher Lloyd? The name sounds very, very familiar. I was gonna like Patrick Stewart as Blaine, because, like, yeah, bald. He bald. Muhammad Ali is Bruno. He just beats you up in Pokemon. Oh! Okay. Yes, I can see that. That'd be great. Yeah, like, I don't realistically think we'll ever really get, like, a Pokemon live-action movie that isn't something like Detective Pikachu. Just because, like, animating the Pokemon would be such a huge task. Because, like, I mean, something like Avatar has proved you can make CGI on that scale look very realistic. Anybody want to battle? Try team. We'll see if I can get the master. Oh, interesting. Bring back Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu. I don't know. Ryan Reynolds as Professor Oak, I think, would be better. I was stuck underwater. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Professor Oak. Oh my gosh, that would be glorious. Professor Oak, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love it. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, that would also work. Arnold with Bruno. But Arnold Schwarzenegger's works for so many. He's great. What is this? You know what? This honestly gives me an idea for a stream. And, like, that stream is gonna be me shiny hunting while we, like, debate what the perfect cast for a Pokemon live-action movie would be. Well, to play Gary, you'd need someone who is highly face-punchable and has a nasally voice you want to see get absolutely just destroyed. So you need to find someone with a very punchable face. Like, I'd say like Andrew Garfield looks the part to play Gary, but Andrew Garfield is just too awesome to play Gary. The kid from the Polar Express. Yes. Like, you need someone. Yeah, I don't know who would be good for that. Rob Schneider. I mean, I would say, like, young Hayden Christensen probably would play, like, a good Gary. But, like, I mean, maybe Hayden Christensen could pull off Gary. Do you think Hayden Christensen could pull off a convincing Gary? Because I feel he could. I would put my money down for Hayden Christensen. That's So Gary doesn't like sand. I'd say no. I would honestly think, I think Arnold would probably be perfect Lieutenant Surge, though. Like, Lieutenant Surge, I think, would have to be Arnold, because Arnold actually was in the Army. He, like, used to be a tank commander. Robert Downey Jr. as Professor Oak. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would be great. I mean, I could see, like, Patrick Stewart as it. Like, either Sir Ian McKellen or Patrick Stewart as Professor Oak would be perfection. Arlie Ermy. Arlie Ermy is just great. I don't know, like, I mean, Lieutenant Surge is young, though, is the thing. Like, he's relatively young. Looking, at least. But yeah, Arlie Ermy would be, like, a perfect for Lieutenant Surge. Anna Taylor-Joy as Misty. I have no idea who that is. Yeah, Misty would need to be someone also, like, somewhat face-punchable. Because Misty's kind of annoying. Like, honestly, I'm seeing, like, the perfect idea for this as a stream, where we just shiny hunt nonsense. And, like, theory craft the ultimate Pokemon live-action movie Dreamcast. I love this. Like, this is already great as an idea. Will Ferrell as James. Yes. Adam Sandler. No. No Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler would be Gary. Because he needs to be face punchable. Al Pacino as Giovanni. Yes. Yes. That'd be great. That would be great. Like, I don't know, like, there's so many great options for, like, characters. Again, I could only say Professor Oak would have to be Patrick Stewart or have to be Sir Ian McKellen. I mean, like, the Rock as Brock, like, it's a great idea. But the thing is, it's too strong of a lead. Like, it's too strong to have the first gym leader be The Rock. Like, how do you top that? Who would be Mewtwo? Oh. What? Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne would have to be Mewtwo. Because you need someone with that kind of, like, an intimidating voice. With Mewtwo, it's all in the voice. Oh, I mean, or... Was it? James Earl Jones for Mewtwo. You get Darth Vader. You get Darth Vader as Mewtwo. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be too powerful. I don't know. I couldn't see Morgan Freeman as that. I could not see the voice of... Like, Morgan Freeman's got a powerful voice. But it's not, like, intimidating. Hello, Mudkip. Like, it's because you need someone with that kind of a voice to, like, voice a character like that. You need strong voice. Koga. Oh, Koga. I don't know. I mean, the closest I could say for him would be, like, Yuri Lowenthal just because of Sasuke, and, like, that's it. It's like, I don't know. The only one I can think of is that because of Sasuke. You came into us crafting, like, what would be the like, if we could dream cast a live-action Pokemon movie, who would we have to play each of the characters? That is what you have walked into. You have walked into a giant meme, Mudkip. Morgan Freeman is the random guy to play Sword and Shield, let you pick up item for your Pokemon. Yeah, Morgan Freeman would just be like Ball Guy. Morgan Freeman is Ball Guy, yes! That's so perfect. I am gonna have to turn this into like a full stream at some point of us just like crafting who would be the perfect options for this. Because it's just too funny. We forgot the filler characters. Yes. Morgan Freeman is Arceus. Morgan Freeman is Arceus. Yeah, I also just thought of someone else who could be Koga. Christian Bale, because he's Batman. Christian Bale as Koga, because he's just freaking Batman. Oh, so many great ones. I don't... the first thing that comes to mind when I hear, like, okay, who would play Nurse Joy is, like, the person who played Amelia Pond from Doctor Who is the first thing that came to my mind. Jim Carrey's Blade. Oh my gosh. How did we not think of that? How did we not think of Jim Carrey? Yes! Jim Carrey is Sudowoodo. I was gonna say that or Jim Carrey is Wobbuffet. Both are just equally great options. Yeah, Jim Carrey would be perfect as Blaine. Cause like he's even got like the same mustache that like Dr. Eggman's got. So yeah, like Jim Carrey as Blaine would be just too good. I love it. Adam Sandler as the guy. Yes, Adam Sandler as the Magikarp salesman. Yes. Exactly. That is perfect. Like exactly. Like that's why I am gonna be turning this into like a full stream at some point, where it's just gonna be us shiny hunting and like doing tarot raids, while coming up with like the perfect dream cast for a Pokemon movie. Yeah, I remember seeing something with a live-action JoJo Part 4. I don't think that's going to really amount to anything. Just because, like... I mean, I think it's for the same reason I don't think we're ever going to get, like, a live-action Pokemon movie. Is... there are certain things you can do with animation that you really can't do with, like, live-action CGI. It doesn't translate the same way. It's why, like, yeah, sure, you could make, like, a live-action X-Men TV show, but you'd never be able to pull the same kind of shit that you pulled in, like, the X-Men cartoons from, like, the 80s. You Robin Williams, the Cash tutorial. Oh my gosh, that would be great. Oh, again, there's just so many great options. There are too many great options, which is why it's going to be streamed. Well, that's exactly what I said. That is exactly what I said, Caleb. This entire stream is going to be materialized eventually. I need to figure out a good day to do it. Because it's just too strong. That's the subtle. Oh! That is a pow. That is a strong idea right there. That is a very strong idea. Well, the thing is then, we gotta think, okay, well, what are we gonna do for the different regions? Because when we go to a different region, we gotta come up with a new cast of characters for every single region. It's like, okay, who's gonna play like Archie? Like, I could see like Archie played by like Archie played by like frickin' Samuel Jackson. That'd be great. Different sub goal for different regions. Yes. That'd be great. Who is a lowland oak? Oh, that's also good. Make it on Tuesday. No. Tuesday would not work. Tuesday would be a bad day. Your Robin Williams has to be in the thumbnail somehow. That'd be great. This is like how? Like what do we make for the perfect Pokemon like the movie? Professor? No, I don't know. Lysandra would not work for being played by Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart would have to be like one of the professors. Had it with these motherfucking mouths. Exactly. Like just angry. That would just be great. It's like, no Tuesday is ever good, Mudcap. Tuesdays are never good. Like, well, we all know that, like, somewhere, like, we all know somewhere they have to work in Hayden. I still think the best thing would be you have Hayden Christensen as, like, a referee in the Raihan battle. I just thought of that. You have Hayden Christensen playing a guy just in the background during a Raihan battle. When the sand comes up. No, he voices the Gigalith. Hayden Christensen voices the one character in the entire series to run a dedicated sand team. Oh, that'd be great. Oh, I'm so horrible, but that's such a great idea. Next is Tobias. No. Oh, Tobias, no. No, Tobias is just played by no one. He just, like, go voice. I mean, I only ever watch the Super Bowl for, like, commercials. Yeah. For me, the Super Bowl is just a time to find some awesome movie trailers. We could agree, Terry Crews. Yes! Terry Crews! That would be great. I am honestly surprised someone else remembered Terry Crews. The original Old Spice guy. Ah, that was great. Like, but who would be Maxie of Team Magma? Who plays Magma? You need like an absolute mega. Oh, I just thought of something. Charlie Day. Charlie Day as Maxie. Terry Crews would be Matt. So like one of the Team Aqua admins. I mean, I could also see Terry Crews as Archie. I could see him as Archie too. Have a good night, Caleb. But then who's Steve? Who would be Steven? This is fun. You know what? I just thought of the perfect person to play Steven. You'd have to get Josh Brolin, because Thanos was obsessed with stones. He already plays one character who is obsessed with collecting stones of extreme power. So like, just Steven Stone played by Josh Brolin. Thanos is Steven confirmed. That'd be great. I mean, also we could play Drake. That'd be awesome. Danny DeVito is Sophocles. He's already Meowth. He has already been assigned to Meowth. That's Thanos. You just get to Steven and he's like, freaking like 9 feet tall. It just has like a gauntlet, but the gauntlet has in the place of all the stones, he just has Pokeballs in place of all of them. Oh, this is great. I am so glad. This is great. This is gonna be great. This is just the freaking silliest idea I think I've ever come up with. But like, I think it's gonna be great. Be like dream casting the perfect Pokemon movie. Yeah, like the hard thing, there's so many characters is the thing. Like, though we all have to agree, Gloria would have to be played by someone who's Scottish. We need Angie little Scot girl for Gloria. We gotta have that. Actually, perfect choice for Ryan. Will Smith. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. That would be great. Will Smith would be great. Yeah, I still say, if you have, like, Ryan, you have to have Hayden Christensen either voicing Raihan's Gigalith, or he has to voice Tyranitar. He has to be, like, something associated with sand. I mean, or he could play Maxie, because, like, his whole thing is, like, sun. And, like, well, what else is Tatooine known for besides sand? Heat. So, like, he could play Maxie. I don't know. There's so many ideas. There are so many meme ideas I could come up with something like this, and I love them all. I love all of them. But I could see, like, Ewan McGregor as, like, probably, like Professor Oak, maybe. Like, there's so many great ideas. Like, there's so many great character ideas for this. I mean, Maxie is usually as emotional as Anakin, episode 2. Yeah. It's like, there's so many... I mean, I guess you, like, Tabitha could be Charlie Day. There's so many great ways. There's so many fantastic ways you could take this. Professor Elm would have to be Chris Pratt. You'd have to have that be Chris Pratt, because, like, he kind of fumbles around a lot, like Star-Lord does. Or Star-Lord would be Lance. Chris Pratt Lance. I can see that. Adam Driver would be... That's a strong pick. That is a strong choice. I could see him as Morty. I could see Adam Driver as Morty. Cause, like, I mean, he's already got, like, the wearing black from Kylo Ren down. So, like, I can see it. I love how at this point we're just, like, picking Star Wars actors for characters with this idea. It's so stupid, but I love it. Hey, Pixel, how you doing? Well, welcome into this absolute gong show that is us, like, dream casting the perfect Pokemon movie. of like live action for characters. Oh, Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves also hard pick. Because like, I could see him as Lance. That's a strong choice for Lance. Or Alder. I could see him as Alder. It is. Like, I'm thinking of turning this into, like, a full stream. Where we do, like, okay, what would the dream perfect cast for, like, certain, like, what would be the perfect play? All in the group. Yes, I agree. But Keanu Reeves is apparently kind of a goofball. Like, Keanu Reeves is, like, apparently, like, a very, like, goofy person, but also, like, very, like, just, like, nice and heartwarming. I could, yeah, definitely, I could see Cyrus. Cyrus, that's strong case for Cyrus. A very strong case for Cyrus has been made. Yeah, there's so many just great ideas for this. Like, dream options. So many good options. Got two-shade Froakie. Nice. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much the kind of luck that we had when it came to Fuecoco. We got all of the Fuecoco family. All three Fuecoco Skeletor. Yes! Ian McDermott is Getsis. Yes! That is a perfect pick. Because we got the three members of the Fuecoco family in 590 eggs. So we've had good luck with that. Yeah, Palpatine is just Getsis. That's great. So many great ones. Oh. There's great ones. There's so many good plays that could be made for characters. That's what I want. That's what's gonna be turning like a whole giant stream. Kill him. Kill him now. What? What do you mean, Caleb? Cynthia. Like that, exactly. Like who? Like that's like who would be a good Cynthia fit? Like that's the hard thing is, you need someone who can be both like sweet and kind, but also like be very intimidating. Yeah, it's gonna that'd be great. That'd be good. Like you need someone who'd be very intimidating to do that. Like that's the hard thing, is finding like that person who could play that. Because that would be a very, very demanding one. Because there'd be so much expectations for that. C-3PO is Boba Fett. I mean, Mark Hamill, yeah. I mean, I could see Mark Hamill as like Alder or something like that. Mark Hamill Alder, that'd be good. That's like, there's so many great options. Like, there's so many good ways to do it. Well, there's gonna be a whole stream. Tom Hanks is the Gen 6. Yeah, it's Professor Sycamore. Professor Sycamore is just kind of like ADD. Professor Sycamore is just an ADD moment in the brain. He's kind of like a goofball scatterbrain, and I love him. Like, it is just, that is my brain at all times. I love it. Yeah, there's so many different ways you could do things, and it's just so great. Like, that's why this is gonna be like a full, like, series that Robert Downey Jr. needs to be. Yes. But which one? That's all, I don't know which one it would fit for. No, Professor Turo. Robert Downey Jr. would be Professor Turo. I could think of no one else. I don't know. I don't think he could do Rowan. Like, Rowan is, like, very stiff, very hard, and very intimidating. Like, Turo would be perfect for him. I don't see as Rowan. Because, like, the hardest thing is like, you can't find someone with that jawline to play Turo. You can't find, like, that jawline. It's too powerful. But... yeah, it's actually... honestly, you know what? You know where we're just gonna go this? Tom Holland as Arvin. Chadwick Boseman as Professor Kukui. I don't know. I don't think that would work. Like, I don't know who would be a good Kukui. Like I could see it, but like I don't think he would fit Kukui. Like yeah, I could see it. Angelina Jolie gotta be someone. I was gonna say Zoe Saldana as like Shelly from Team Aqua. I think that would be the perfect one. We kind of like completely forgot about Hoenn. We just completely forgot about Hoenn. Harrison Ford is Professor Rowan. Han Solo is Professor Rowan. Jack Black as Wolfric, yes. I can see Watson. Watson also works. Wait. Who would be Wally? Who would be... like, I mean, I could see Tom Holland's, like, small, precious Wally, or Arvin. Like, Tom Holland would need to play the small, precious character we all love. Like, that's why I'm turning this into, like, a full thing eventually. It's just, what would this be, like, as a full thing? We need to make this a Google Doc. No. No, I'm not gonna open a Google Doc right now. No! Wally is small and needs to be protected. Wally is the small, protectable being we all love. How can you hurt Wally? The one who needs to be punched is Hop. And Gary. Gary and Hop both have highly punchable faces. Yes, like that's my favorite way to describe Hop, is a highly punchable face. Who would be Silver? Ooh. I just thought Bruno could be John Cena. John Cena as Bruno. I feel like someone needed... I don't know. Gen 7 didn't really have any punchable characters. Like that. There were no really face punchable people from Gen 7. Aside from, like, Gary and Let's Go. But Gary intrinsically is just face punchable. We need Hop's actor. Fava, yes, Fava is extremely face punchable. You know, now we're like, we need a top 10 most face punchable Pokemon characters tier list. Number 1 is gonna be Hop. Number 1 has gotta be Hop on that face punchable tier list. I love what this has turned. How? Why would you? He's just. How is just a guy who enjoys being happy? He just likes having fun and being happy. Like, as a Lola guy, he has every right to be happy. He just wants to, like, have fun. Like, he battles because he just enjoys having fun. It's not until after he goes on and he wants to be like, I want to be like my uncle. I want to be like my awesome grandpa. Homelander's actor from The Boys Be Perfect as Volo. Yes! Yes! But again, who would be a good Cynthia? Like, I think the hardest one to decide is, like, who would be a good Cynthia? That is going to be the hardest question of the entire thing. Who'd be Claire? Oh, that's also true. Christine Chanel, Mabel's VA from Gravity Falls in Nimona. Nice. Yeah, there's so many good options. There's so many great options to pick from. But I am thinking that this stream is going to be winding down soon. Like, this has been a freaking blast and a half. And we did make progress with getting a shiny today. So, like, I think we will hatch the remaining eggs in this thing. Get that Google Duck over ready. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. As much as I love The Rock as the idea for Brock, I think it's just that's too strong of an option. Like, you know what? Brock as Dwayne Johnson as Kukui. Dwayne Johnson as Kukui. Like, as for awesome as Dwayne the Brock Johnson is, I think Kukui would just be way better. Because, like, you've got Team Dad Dwayne Johnson. I don't know. I think Dwayne the Rock would be better served as Kukui than as Brock. Even though the pun is fantastic, I don't think it would work. He'd be Chuck. No, that's gotta be Chuck Norris. The only person that could ever play Chuck is Chuck Norris. That is the only one I will ever accept as playing Chuck. Yeah, this is gonna be a hell of a stream when we actually, like, make this a real thing. It's just gonna be way too freaking silly. And I love it. But again, like, I think that, like, I think at the end of this, there is going to be 2 people unanswered, and that's going to be Cynthia and Lusamine. Sub goal is 2K subs, and if we hit 2K subs, we will be doing an authentic Shiny Dynasty hunt. Yeah, I honestly think that, like, this is good fun. And again, I still say the hardest. I think the hardest one to pick is gonna be Cynthia. Well, see, here's the thing. This idea will likely help get us closer to the sub goals thing. For cast stream. Nah, we gotta do it sooner than that, because, like, I think it's gonna help grow the channel a lot. I just think it's too strong of an idea to waste on a sub goal. I think it's too strong. Because like it's too strong of an idea. And I realistically think we could do like an all-day thing that's just like this idea and have it just go all freaking day. Let's admit the Dr. Game Freak. Oh, that'd be perfect. I don't think it will. But yeah, like, I would love to do that at some point. Like, it's a great idea for a stream. But yeah, I think that we're gonna be all the way. Please do it on Saturdays. I mean, I don't know when I would do this stream. I still have to think about this. But yeah, but like so far, we got so many great ideas for characters. Like, just too many ideas. The possibilities are endless. But again, I still say, even though Dwayne the Brock Johnson is too good of an idea, I think he'll be best as Kukui. I don't know. I would say there are no guarantees. I would say no guarantees are allowed yet. Like, Will Ferrell as James is fantastic. I think that is a strong argument can be made for that. A very strong argument is made for Will Ferrell. Well, this might be a good stream to exist in. Exactly, Moonlight Noir. Exactly. Jim Carrey is Blaine. Jim Carrey as Blaine is perfect. Only a Sith, exactly. Only a Sith deals in absence. Like, Ewan McGregor would be great for, like, I feel like Ewan McGregor would be good at Alder. Be great, yeah. Jim Carrey Blaine would be fun. I don't know, it's just great ideas. So many good ones. Welcome in, Moonlight Nor. Hope you're doing well. We're basically just like screwing around with like the perfect dream cast movie for a Pokemon live action movie and who would play who. And we've been going on about this like the last hour of just nonsense. And it's absolutely delightful. Jim Carrey is playing the Boba Fett. Yes. Yes. I mean, I still say Hayden Christian would have to be someone. He's either Raihan's Gigalith, or he'd have to be someone in a Raihan fight. He'd have to be like voicing like one of like he'd just pick one of the characters in the background. He just had to do it. The guy who hates sand in the battle is just sand. Love it. Yeah, it's kind of nonsensical. But welcome in. If you guys haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. This is going to be turned like a full out, like, probably all-day stream. Likely going to be going into multiple when we actually like put this whole thing together. Like, I don't know, that's the hard part. We haven't like figured out most of them yet. I said Professor Oak, I think the best one would be either Patrick Stewart or Sir Ian McKellen. So like Magneto or Gandalf, depending on which one you know, or Professor X. It's like strong choices. Strong choices. It's like there's just so many like, great ones. There's oh, did not hatch yet. Like it's just great. So many fun meme ideas. Look, I definitely think like this will have to be an all-day stream. Who would be feel good? I think as a Rocket admin. Yeah, I feel like he would probably go with like Proton, something like that. A lot of like I think the hardest thing is there's so many characters in Pokemon. Because of just how many there are, we would like run out of ideas. Again, that's why I said like the hardest one to decide on who would be a good one is who would be a good Cynthia. I think that will be the hardest one to nail down. Like I don't care. I think it's gonna be hardest. Who's might work for anything. I said like a strong choice can be made for either Chris Pratt as Lance or Professor Elm. A strong case could be made for either of those. On the one hand, he's like kind of a chucklehead like he is in the Marvel Universe, you know, where that's kind of what Professor Elm does. But at the same time, we already know Chris Pratt plays a character who is good with giant lizard monsters, as we have seen from the Jurassic World movies. So we know he's good with lizard monsters. Ash's voice was big. Yeah, I think like Lance better. Yeah, like they're all just like they're all just dinosaurs from the Jurassic World series. just sounds like Charizard, and Charizard is just blue from Jurassic World with like wings on its back. Oh, that'd be great. Watch him name his Gyarados blue. Yes. Well, I mean, in the anime, he's got a red Gyarados. But yeah, I was like, that would be. Wait. Why the frick do I have a? Huh? Visible confusion. What? I'm sorry, what? The only thing I could possibly think of is I must have had a Makuhita in my party when I was collecting eggs at some point? Huh? I'm just confused. very confused. I think it's an endpoint right here, guys. Like, I don't know how we're gonna top that. I must have had a Makuhita in my party at some point, or like a Hariyama in my party at some point. Yeah, Shiny Froakie hits different. Oh, that was fun. Yeah, we're gonna go find a raid. We're gonna go find someone to go raid. That was absolutely nonsense, and I kind of love it. Again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. You guys are the ones that make this channel go round. And if you want to stay tuned in for when we eventually get to, like, the Dreamcast stream, I have no idea when I'm going to be able to do that. But it's going to be, like, the most memed out thing in existence. And I'm looking forward to it. Do we raid? Do we raid just me the guy? Do we raid just him the dude? Actually, no. No, I think we're gonna raid someone who we haven't raided in a while. I mean, we haven't raided... then again, we didn't raid just me the guy in a while. We do gotta raid Jer at some point. We haven't raided him in a while. Yeah, I think we're gonna go raid Jer. Yeah, we're gonna go raid Jer. Hello, Finizen. You suck. Yeah. This is gonna be fun. This was just pure freaking dialyzed nonsense. And I love everything about it. Because, after all, nonsense is what we stand for here at MetaMax Incorporated. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna go raid Mr. Jer. It's a thing. It's a Froakie that does stuff and things. It's a Croaky Froakie. Froakie, go Croaky. 2 more eggs. Heavy from TF2 as Lieutenant Surge. There's too many options! There's too many options! Froakie. Froakie, go Froakie. Get 1 more egg. And with that... 90. We need... No, I feel like that would be the only character who is completely CG. I feel that would be the greatest joke. Just Iono is the only completely CG character in the movie. But, no shiny today. We got a shiny Sneasel though. We're gonna go raid just him the guy. Just him the dude. With a mechanized Maxis raid. So I will see you guys next time. That's rock and roll up. And yeah. This was fun. This was incredibly fun and nonsensical, and I love every second of it.